All right, we'll have a look at what was in play here. We had Matthew against Blue. Blue finished second in Division 2. Matthew finished 7th. Hotly contested, 18 players. So these two both make the top 8. Water Nomad and Splash Random by Blue. Matthew's gone Copenhagen Aquarina. Golden Swamp is where we start. As for Civs, Vikings, Wu, Saracens, Chinese, Malay, Koreans. And for Matthew, Bengalis, Lithuanians, Portuguese, Georgians, Berbers, and Sicilians. Game number 1 was on Golden Swamp. I'll look to get some recs up for you, and we'll get the game underway very, very shortly. We have got Division 2 quarterfinal action now. It's Blue with the Wu. It's Matthew in the teal, as his request has suggested, playing with the Bengalis. We're on Golden Swamp. The two players are a little bit close together. They're not completely opposite. Enough space around by land. And we're watching these recs, so hopefully the two players, if they are in the chat, Matthew is in the chat, so he will give us his perspective of things as they happen, as long as there's no spoilers. Wu and Bengalis, hey? What do we think about the Civs? I am a Wu sympathizer. For someone that was very slow at getting the DLC, the Wu have quickly become one of my favourite Civs. Jian Swordsmen are amazing. Where are they? Down here. The Jians are amazing. The Fire Archers are amazing. The military providing food is amazing. Careening and dry dock being earlier is amazing. Like, I love it all. The infantry regen, it's awesome. All of it is awesome. I love this Civ. Blue drafted this Civ very early. Matthew drafted Bengalis pretty early as well. In fact, Wu was the number 1 pick, I think. Wu was a second pick for Blue, and Bengalis was the first pick for Matthew. So this is a big matchup in terms of the two players. Took these Civs very early. We've got 2 on the deep fish, on the tuna. Got some fishing ships being created for both. Luring deer. And this will be where the pressure lies. See how they go up. We're going to go ×2 speed, just so we don't spend too long on the Dark Age. There's only so many things I could waffle on about, and there's plenty of action to get to. So both players getting loom. Matthew will be up first. 19 plus loom. 6 seconds idle time. Blue. Perfect. No idle time at all. Vils here. Very nice. Nicely tucked away. Gold and wood very much next to each other. And on this side, we've got double dock already. Double dock coming up here as well. Scout cop some hits. For now, seems like it will be, yeah, double dock play from both players. Is it going to be galleys from both players, though? It's going to be galleys from Matthew. It's going to be fires from Blue. Now, beauty of the Wu, mentioned it before. Careening. Well, that's showing dry dock, but careening available earlier. And careening is +1 pierce armor. So if you're going to play against galleys in Feudal Age, get careening, and there it is. Straight in. So +1 armor already in. Also means that dry dock in Castle Age allows these ships to chase galleys better. But the numbers early for Matthew. Already got fletching. 4, 6 galleys out already. This is a nice, strong start, and it feels like Going to be just a little bit of micro back and forth. Try and take out the ships where possible and back for repairs. Now the beauty of the Bengalis, you're going to see regeneration on these galleys. The Vils, the workers on the ships, they are tapping away. You can't see them, but they are tapping away, repairing internally. They have all the tools required. Vil could get sniped here. No. Vil's just going to walk along with them. And it's going to be some back and forth. Matthew needs to snipe that Vil if he can. Does get a fire ship though. It's 2 fishing ships to 3. And whilst this is going on, they're still adding eco behind. Idle TC times nice for both. And that Vil did go down, I think. Or did it run away? Maybe it ran away. It was a loss for blue. I think it may have been... Maybe it was the fishing ship. Lots of galleys out, though. And it looks like, so far, it's all about the Navy. Repairs are coming in. Again, beauty of the Bengalis. You don't have to worry about it. It was the Vil that went down. Very nice. So blue only made 2 fishing ships. Surprised by that. Market coming in alongside the blacksmith. But more and more galleys. And if you do wall up, and look at that, Matthew's up first to Castle Age. And he's just got so many galleys. 14 galleys are out now. They're going to work away quite nicely. And you can see when the walls are out, it makes it hard. Makes it hard to do anything outside of the water. And if you do have a massive, massive galley mass, you can work away a whole lot. These fish will go down, I think. Bang, bang. Down they go. Would be nice if these... Yep, they're going to start working away on the docks, or at least get the vision. Infantry armor coming in for blue. There's Castle Age timing. A minute ahead. Straight into War Galley. Would love an early uni here as well. That'd be great. And how many? Look at the galleys just pop out there. So an early uni would go down very well. And there it is. A couple of Giants being created by blue. You want to get some value there. It is open here. Very much could just walk in. You're also running the risk that there's no demos. Just got to try and sneak past if you can. Second TC. So blue's going to have the second TC first. Has lost water though. Still has docks. And he's going to have the res for a castle pretty soon. At the moment, not much fighting. There's a scout working away here. The Jans are starting to come forward. Ballistics coming in. So 24 war galleys. They won't get stopped here. I'd love this castle to go here. If this castle was here, then you can get back on water. It protects the front of your base. Or maybe if it was here, but it's a long way backwards. I know that he's got stone at the back, but maybe one of these positions would have been nicer. And now we're trying to get in with the Jans. And just in time. Just in time, the house walls come down. But we could have just walked around. It was not walled off the front. We know that it wasn't walled earlier off the front. Matthew's going to buy a castle here, I think. Looks like the way. I'm going to buy a castle and it goes right here. It will be quite good. But these Jans, well, they got 6 pierce armor. These guys do 8 attacks. It's only going to do 2 damage a hit. A lot of them can just walk past this. Castle's coming down now. Repairs coming in, which is nice. Matthew's got a big score lead. Vils are close enough for it to not be a big issue. No way through there. There will be a hole here eventually, but he can expand. Blue has lost the front of his base. He's going to lose houses on the front of his base. And the Giants have had to run. They will regenerate if they copped any damage, which they didn't anyway. Ratha are coming out. Still got a scout fighting away on a palisade wall. It's 3rd TC now, so it's 3 TCs versus 1. Only 4 on food. May need to add a few more on food. Ratha are wood gold though. And I mean that's quite nice, right? They are wood gold. You don't need to be on food for them. Still got the 26 galleys. The mass still exists. Giants have had to go home. There's some fire archers out now, and there's not fire archers out anymore. You can see Giants going to try and loop around, maybe get some damage the other side, which... oh, there's something there. I mean, there is some potential for damage there. But the Ratha are going to come in on this side. That's a small worry. They have 1 attack when they're in melee mode, and they have 1 armor coming in now. Scout went down there. Blue's lost his scout. Does have a castle for a little bit of protection, but you can see now, if this was here, it would allow redox instead of redox on the side and try to sneak him down. And it would provide some cover to force Matthew to go around, and you could also try and wall it up and secure the space. But now there's just so much idle. There's so much idle here. The worker efficiency dropping. Can't get the houses down. The Giants are going to try and get some counter raids though. You can see how tanky these are. No kills yet. No kills just yet. Ratha still walking around. Yeah, the Giants, well... oh, jeez, it's 90 Vils versus 55. Big score difference. But the eco, if Blue can survive here, which, I mean, he's going to take down a bunch of Ratha, and you can see the regen coming through on the Giants. They're still okay in melee combat. They are not bad in melee combat. As long as it's not against longswords, which get bonus damage, Giants will do well in melee combat. And I think they're a better unit than the Ratha. Blue's going to get Imp here and a second castle. Well, suddenly it's 90 Vils to 55. Yes, Matthew has got a score lead, but a lot of that is 23 galleys. And I think there may be a bit of a push coming back here. But the kills, we're in melee mode now. The Ratha are a hard counter. The hard counter the Giants in melee mode though, right? They can't hard counter in... oh, they're just better in melee mode, right? They'll just do stronger than them in melee because they can chase them down. Yeah, okay. I get you. Yeah. I was thinking of how they would avoid the range mode attack. But yeah, melee mode, these guys are just quicker. Quicker, more HP, more attack. Second TC for Matthew at the back now. But, oh, we need to click up. Needs to click up. Needs to buy and click up. There is a market, right? Yes, there is. Needs to buy and click up. Otherwise, not going to even have the timing advantage in Imp. Needs the timing advantage, like, yesterday. Could have been up so long ago. Have to click up. Buying food. Buy more food. Matthew might even win to Imp. That was the window. And the window's closing. Unqueue the Vils and click. Oh, it doesn't have... oh, yeah, it's got the castle. It's got the building, so that's all good and clicks. But the advantage isn't going to be that big. Now needs to go heavy on wood in a safe location and start pumping out the fires. or prepping fast fire, does Matthew know at all about the docks? No clue. No clue about the docks. These could all get cleaned up very quickly. The other thing I would love, a little bit awkward, but the idea of stone walls, and this could have been done earlier as well, but some stone walls just across here. Too late now. But a bunch of stone walls would just force the galleys to not be able to loop around. Interesting strategy that I haven't seen employed. Golden Swamp's about to hit the rank ladder. Probably try it myself. Now, Matthew's coming to the middle. He is up to Imp. He is down 30 seconds on that route. Now adding galleys. Do we have dry dock? We do have dry dock. Needs to really mass the galleys up. Remember, it was 24 galleys originally. Ballistics? No ballistics. Ratha are going to survive, but 3 castles. But he needs workshops to push this castle for traction trebs. Or fire archers. Can also work. But look at the eco. You would think that eventually the eco is going to be alright. Just needs to get to a situation where he can mass up enough of these guys before it matters. I would go fires, but for now, it's going to be a whole host of galleys. And let's see what the plays. It's going to be Bracer. He's going to try and hold off for Bracer and the galleon upgrade. He's going to try and survive. I think it's going to work out okay. No, 2 of the galleys are going to pop out too early. And once 2 come out, you got to send the rest of them out. You have to send the rest of them out now. Yeah. And hopefully with Bracer, you can get some good damage in. He's got 100 Vils, though. Trebs are going to come forward. And more docks here. I'd go fires. I'd go fires. I know he went fires earlier and it didn't work and he's not a fan, but fires just allow you to put the time elsewhere. So galleon upgrade will come in. Ship goes down there. Few more will be able to come in because immediately would have pushed these back. Still a big eco lead. The trouble is the 4 army. There's nothing here, and there's another TC. There's chemistry. There's only 2 docks. And I don't know if we know about the castle yet. We don't. I think we're going to get hit by a Treb at some point. And that's going to be awkward. Ratha is scouting for the potential of some expansion, of which there's not. Some demos in queue now. Oh, hang on a moment. Demos in queue. Where's the demo? Demo's in queue here. That's not going to last. Actually, he's going to get some good damage early. Demo's going to get a bit of damage. Second one won't come out, though. Chemistry. Red Cliff Tactics. What does Red Cliff Tactics do? Demo ships and do fire damage. Okay, so we're going to go full demo now. We're going to see Trebs out, and that may be a cause for concern. Trebs are a cause for concern, because Trebs will take down the docks. Matthew's got ballistics. And demos can do some work here, though. Hold on a moment. Nah, not that one. That one's done a little bit. Again, if the Ratha aren't careful, they could get in a lot of trouble. There's the heavy demo tech, but that's not going to come out. Trebs will take that down. And it feels good for Matthew here. We're going to keep trying to redock. Blue is going to keep on trying to get more docks up, but the Trebs are out. The galleons control the water. I don't think there's a way back. These guys are just going to keep on pushing. There's so many demos in queue now. Blue's clicking everywhere, trying to make sure he gets whatever he can done, but this push feels too strong. Demo on the Trebs. It's going to do some fire damage. No, it doesn't do fire damage. Oh, I got denied. Did he get denied? No, Redcliffe Tactics was in. Ah, ships and buildings. Okay. Heavy Demo is trying to be researched. He's going to send the Vils in. Don't know if that's going to work. But if Heavy Demo comes in as Galleons out of this one, Blue's got the res to be able to do some work. And I guess he's got the Vils to spare, sort of. There is an avenue here. I don't think it will happen, but there is an avenue. Because Heavy Demo got researched. And now a whole bunch of demos can work their way through. They can try to reach the Trebs if they can. They don't quite. This one needs to go double on the Trebs. Gets one of them. But now there's Ratha in the back of the base. The Ratha have passed the swamp. And now there's nothing to deal with them. But it's still 100 Vils. It's still a handy enough position. And now if Blue can actually get the water mass out, he can't. 1-0 to Matthew. Fun game. Love a little bit of post-imp or mid-imp gameplay. Okay. I will go get game number 2 up. Ready to go for all of us. Good fun game 1 there. That is a huge load of Ratha. Yes, Chipmunk, welcome along. Okay, we have got game number 2. It is Water Nomad. Blue has got the Vikings. Matthew has got the Georgians. The two players are dropping their TCs well away from each other. TC coming down there. Dock there for Blue. And Matthew's TC well out the way to the east. Game number 2. Blue was the second seed. Went 4-1, only losing to the top placed Soars, who went 5-0. So this is a important match for Blue here. Must win this one. This is his home map. Really will want to get a smooth Dark Age here and get up as quickly as possible. Now, the Vikings have a cheaper dock, which will help with the production of the second building that will need to come up. And usually it's about that 12, 13 Vil range, maybe 14 Vils, but the Georgians can go even faster. They get that building for free with the mule cart, which means once you drop the dock, you got your 2 buildings, just go get the food and you're up. Very smooth start for Matthew. He's going to have a big timing advantage. Even with the 12 seconds idle time, big timing advantage here. Going to drop a dock here, which is in a nice position. It's also acting as a wall. And check out the scouting for Blue. He's sending the Buffalo everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Getting full vision. Doesn't know exactly where Matthew is right now. And Matthew's scout is doing pretty similar now. Don't know. Well, he sees the Sees the houses, so whether he saw the treaty lines or not, don't know, but I imagine he'll know where to go. Loom's coming in now. Triple dock. So triple dock for blue, as the Vikings can only make galleys, can't make fires. These two players, Fury, they're both in the 1500s, I believe. Matthew's just under 1600. I think he hit it, but hasn't played a 1v1 in a while. Meanwhile, blue ranges 1600s and 1500s. But as you can see, we've played 5 rounds of Swiss, and these two finished 2nd and 7th. And Water Nomad was a part of this for especially blue. We'll go to 1x speed soon. Just waiting for a little bit more action to happen. And here we go. We should get some engagements here. Fletching timing will be critical. At the moment, it's 5v7. Matthew, very, very good when it comes to these little micro battles. So looking forward to seeing how it plays out from here. Chipmunk, you are right. This is a safe space from the Hulk. Unless they cop a nerf based on thalassocracy, then next year, Water Nomad is going to be Hulk City, because they are faster than galleys. So that's a problem. I think they would do better if they were just the same speed as fires. But at the moment, they're faster than fires, which are faster than galleys. So it makes the counter to galleys even stronger. We're still running around. So blue's actually taken 8 of Matthew's galleys out of position, which is going to allow his 8 to walk forward. He does have a numbers advantage, but Matthew has fletching advantage just for the next 20 seconds. I like blue's eco. It's heading up nicely. There's no real big walls from either player, and I think that's about to cause some problems. Matthew was still chasing that army for a while, and now there's going to be some good value here. 1 down. They're going to one-shot these guys. Or almost one-shot them. 1 Vil goes down and a bunch of idle Vils now. There'll be no demos. Well, there should be demos in Feudal Age. But unfortunately, Castle Age demos won't be a thing unless you deliberately go for it. Though that tech will need to be dropped in price dramatically. They'll still have play. I think on this map they'll still have play, as you still want demos on woodlines and stuff like that. And this is a bit of a squeeze. This is a problem here for blue. It's 8v12. It's 8v12, 8v11. He's going to weasel his way out by the looks of it. So he's done well. And he's got more ships. Just needs to join up. You can see the next lot of numbers coming that way now. Anyone close to Castle Age? Not yet. Blue's got a very nice eco. Remember, Vikings get wheelbarrow for free. Fury, welcome. And yeah, look, the event's been a good bit of fun so far. We're into the finals now. We're into the better players of the tournament. We've seen a lot of great fun strategies. I've really enjoyed watching people try and avoid playing water at all costs. That's been really funny. But now we're into the players who I think realize that water is the way to go on pretty much all of these maps, except for lakes. Oh, these are some nice snipes. How about this on the fishing ships? And the 2 armies for now have a little bit of a retreat. Again, blue's got a very nice army. He's just going to keep massing the numbers. He goes back and he's going to get to come forward again. You pray for other water maps, or you like me then. Very nice. Did you miss the sign-ups? We plan to do this again. So you're an Aussie, right? You're an Aussie or Kiwi? You live on Nomad. Well, okay, that is where we are different. I don't live on Nomad. I am terrible on Nomad. Ah, you had the Discord muted. Oh, no, it happens. It happens. But that's all right. Enjoy the finals. We plan to be back again. This has been a really fun tournament. So we want to do it again at some point in the future. But for now, we've got 42 vils. Or I guess it's 36, 34. But Fishing Ship Advantage Blue is going to be able to click up. No longer making galleys, which is good to help with the click up. And then the Vikings, I imagine the Vikings will go longboats when when the time comes. Any rulebook issues? We've had a few moments where the admin have had to step in. We've had a few moments where we've had to step in, but thankfully nothing as critical as what we experienced in Ozdraft last night. And look at this. This is very nice for Blue. He's in behind. He's idling Vils everywhere. I don't know if Matthew's even going to make it to Castle Age here. I think when Castle Age comes in, that maybe the game does have the numbers, but he's run 19 galleys out the way when there's 6 more here. May need a tower. Vikings are Vikings. That is right. Vikings are amazing, but you never know. Hoping to go up super early open demo. Couldn't quite happen in the end. And yeah, this looks strong. I think this game will be 1-1. This set will go to 1-1 after this. Everything is idle from that 1%. And yeah, he's called it. We didn't even see Castle Age come in. Blue levels the series at 1 apiece, which guarantees we'll get a game 4, which is good. And how's the... Hold on a minute. 114 average APM. No wonder you say you've never lost a galley war. Holy shit. Peak 240, 230s. It says 244 there. All the clicking. Okay, where is the clicking? Clicking's got to be here, right? I'm trying to work out where is the 240. Oh, there it is. There's a bit in there, but it's so hard to get around. I mean, you're clicking faster than everyone else. I have not seen an average in the triple digits. I understand that this map may be the fastest map that people will play on, but that's mental. That is incredible. Incredible speed. But it is 1-1. It is a win for Blue. Shows that speed isn't always everything. Just made a few more ships in the end and got good enough trades and was able to click up. And you can see the worker efficiency at the end there. Matthew just had everything idled. Couldn't get to work. Military numbers were largely pretty even. And Blue got the job done. It is game number 3 between Blue and Matthew. Blue is to the west, playing as the Koreans. Matthew's to the north, playing as the Lithuanians. We're on Copenhagen. Copenhagen is a regicide map. Copenhagen contains some water at the top, which both players will fight for. Contains some water at the bottom, and the 3 relics, which both players will fight for. And it's a bit of a slow start for the time being, as both players will look to get to feudal age pretty quickly. It does... Well, it appears that Nessie's gone, and I feel like Nessie's the reason that we had Matthew in teal. He needs to come back, or someone else needs to speak up and let Matthew stay as teal. But anyway, for now, it's 3 vils and up with the Lithuanians. You can do that super fast. I always wonder whether it's really, really worth it doing this. 3 vills. You can go up super fast, but then you've only got 13 villages. I always find 5. 5 to 6 feels like my nice sweet spot. Okay, we are awaiting some ClickUps. Just trying to fix my computer because things are running a little bit slower than I was hoping. FC Turtles? I mean, we're still not up, right? This is definitely slow now from the Koreans. So this must be a fast castle, right? Oh man, things are slow. Why are they so slow? 20 vils up. I think after this game, we're going to restart. Actually, no. I'm going to do it right now. Sorry, guys. We're just gonna pause for the moment. I'm just going to restart Capture Age, if that's all right. Just going to give, and the game, just going to see if I can get things to speed up a little bit, just because we've been running for 3 hours now. So just want to take a few moments, given this game has just gotten underway. Otherwise, I feel like things are going to run too slowly for too long if I don't let the game just close some applications and get back into it. So bear with me for a few minutes, just as I let things calm down just a little bit. But yeah, start thinking about your strategies there. So Blue went up 20 vils. He clicked up there. So intriguing. Very, very intriguing, that one. I have been saving up to change over my laptop. So at some point in the new year, that'll hopefully get some improved performance, or at the very least, I'll spend some time trying to speed this one up a little bit. Oh, not fun. Not fun when that happens, but hopefully I can make the experience better for everyone by taking these few minutes and see how we go. Nearly back. Nearly back. Let's go there and there. Just getting Capture Age open now. Alrighty, welcome along. Game number 3, take 2. Between Blue and Matthew, we have got Copenhagen. We've got Blue playing as the Koreans, Matthew playing as the Lithuanians. Copenhagen has got a regicide map, so you start with a king, and because you start with a king, it means once the king goes down, you lose. You got water to fight for at the top. You've got water to fight for at the bottom. And The way you can do that is by going up super, super fast. Matthew's gone up 3 vils, no issues. Lithuanians get a bonus, 100 food. So that makes the click-up process very quick. Double dock galleys. Blue, meanwhile, is clicking up on 20 villages. So see the value that these 2 galleys get. They should get seriously good value. And blue is going to lose water here. He's going to try. He's got to try and drop off the food there, and does manage to drop off the food there. And now it's about getting the 2 buildings down. So it can be like range potentially, but it's going to be market. I guess it's got to be market because he won't have the gold. I don't know if he's going to have the food either. May need to sell, and then buy. May need 3 market clicks to make this work. It's going to be tight on food. It's going to be a little bit slow on food, but he gets it done. Okay, so 18 seconds idle time. It's now up. Matthew has just stopped with the galley production. Stuck with 4. Going to spread the 4 out, but now he's going to add, fishing ships behind it. You need to fish boom behind it. And he's going to go straight to the bottom. There was no vill that went down here, and the rhino has... Oh, not the rhino. The guy's gone. This vill does not have loom. The scouts come to help out. Very good stuff. Both players hold on to their vills, and they're both going to dock the bottom super fast. But now blue is going to have Castle Age, and is going to be able to drop a TC straight away if that's the plan. It's going to be turtles from here. If one turtle can get out, it may actually hold this, but I don't think it's going to get out. Denied. The plan was turtles, but turtle denied from the top dock. But it's now going to be turtles from the bottom dock. Chipmunk's happy in chat. We get turtles. We're getting a TC quickly walking out here. Not bad. On the stone. Onto horse collar. Chipmunk's sad that the first one went down, but happy that we've still got turtles coming out here. The turtles are going to work away. Vill goes down. And now you get to see the sound of these boys. Rapunzel, what do you reckon? How hard would it be to make one of these things? That feels like a nightmare. That feels like an absolute nightmare to make. When Girt By Sea turns into an S tier tournament, this will be why. Hear me out. You reckon it's easier than the... Because you said you didn't like Castle Age fire ships? Because... Yeah, I like that. There you go. The thoughts. There you go, people. And we've got to fight, by the way. We are fighting here. We do have fires versus turtles, but the turtles are just... the turtles are so tanky. I think that was the charge attack, right? Or... Yeah, the rocket attack just blew up 2 of the fires there. The oars are a pain. Okay, yep. Because yes, in case you didn't know, obviously we settled on cannon... Oh, sorry, she settled on cannon galleons. But there was a lot of... there was an investigation period early, right? About working out what was the most viable to make. And at the end of the day, whatever replica was going to be made was going to be one that she was able to put together. Because there's a lot of work went into those cannon galleons. And yeah, it's an amazing work of art. Like, yeah, absolutely amazing. I hope whoever ends up winning the 2 cannon galleons go heavy with the photo opportunities. Especially if they win a demo as well for demo of the tournament. I don't know... Well, blue, actually. Blue is definitely in the running for demo of the tournament. And is in the running for the Cannon Galleon, the Div2 Cannon Galleon. So, be good. Also with Div3, first place Div3 gets a demo raft. And maybe the demo raft winner from Div3, like the demo of the tournament winner, may also be the winner. Oh, here we go. Scout's going to get a monk. Yep, free monk. Bye-bye. And then at that point, they could get 2 different demo rafts, if that's how that plays out. So Skirm's being opened against the War Wagons, but it was only 1 War Wagon. Not a lot. I think this Scout will go down. Yeah, 2 damage a hit, so yeah, it goes down. And bottom pond has been won by the singular turtle ship. Blue has got a nice Vil advantage, but needs to keep producing. Has got 3 TCs, so needs to keep producing. Has lost water, remember? Lost water at the top, so Matthew needs to take the advantage there. And he is housed at the moment. Otherwise, it is a kind of slow start, right? Not much going on. War Wagon garrisons. And Skirms walk away. A couple of them went down. But yeah, it's just the 1 Scout Cav. Sorry, just the 1 War Wagon and a fair few Light Cav are going to be coming out now. Light Cav will counter the Skirm. Lithuanians want to play cavalry themselves, right? They are a cav civ. The Lati are amazing. Koreans, well, my answer for there's about 6 civs in the game that get Fire Lancers. So therefore my answers for Koreans are Fire Lancers, always. Range soldiers and infantry. So infantry costs 50% less wood. So quicker to get the Fire Lancers out. I am a Fire Lancer sympathizer for sure. Castle's going on the little hill that exists there. There is another one here. And this one may help maybe take the deer. There's a nice big deer patch. Maybe add some more Fire Lancers. And at the moment it's just a full boom. King Watch. So there is a king in the watchtower here, and there's a king in the guard tower here. Remember, Koreans get those upgrades for free. Matthew's probably not going to see a relic because Blue is making a play for them. Has brought the 2 in the middle, and he's going for the 2 here. He's getting the transport out. That's a uni, not a monastery. They do have some similar tendencies. The little water aspect on the both, and the features with the wood. There's a few fights going on. It's largely just the light cav. This game is close. Workshops now. Lithuanians, maybe Scorps. I don't know what their Scorpion play is like. It's not worth it. I don't think it will be Scorps. Maybe Siege Onager, though. Or did I misread that as well? Maybe Onager. It's going to be double Workshop, though. And Imp is in... Oh, no. It's going to be prepping the Bombard Cannon. That's what it is. If we're getting chemistry, yeah. Prepping the Bombard Cannon. Alongside some Haub. Yes. So it's going to be Bombard Cannon Haub. And Blue is looking towards the 5 relics. Both players are now Imp. Matthew's got a score lead. Blue... Well, he's got a score lead because of just being a little bit ahead in all areas. But Blue's actually got more res collected despite being down on Vils. Despite being down on Eco. Matthew's got the fish going. Getting fish traps now. Does have gill nets. Good watching there. And now we get to slow this game down. Blue's going pike. Blue's going for his own Haub. Hand cannoneers behind this as well. I like... Well, Matthew's getting the comp out early, right? Matthew's getting the comp, but the crossbow play... Crossbow counters it all. Counters these boys. Counters these boys. And the first Treb gets to work away, and there's a bombard cannon on the way as well. Blue's housed. Houses are being dropped back at home. Trebs are out. The monks brought back 2 relics, but not the third. That is a serious army. Scorpions, onager. Koreans get good onagers. Could go down that path. But they do get... Onager does get countered by bombard cannon. Both players looking for Haub. Weirdly enough, this army gets countered by Skirm, and Lithuanians get faster moving Skirm. Ecos are nearly at their max, I think. Matthews probably is, given there's 21 fishing ships, and those work super fast. Blue needs to start getting Trebs in the game. He's got 3 of them. They need to start helping out. Chemistry is being researched now. That's a little bit slow. The Haub and crossbow are going to come around the side. This castle may go down. Going to keep an eye on the king. King's safe. And remember, these are keeps. Has Blue got the upgrade on the keeps? No upgrade on those keeps yet. They can get to 13 range. And if they get to 13 range, then bombard cannons do not outrange them. Trebs are going to come down, but unfortunately, the bombard cannons are going to counter. And this is why people say you need to have bombard cannon civs more than Treb civs. The Haub are actually just going to go snipe them. Haub are going to go in, and I think they might get 1. I don't think they'll get the second. I'll be surprised if they stole the second here. They won't. And this fight looks good for Matthew. There's some counter raids. Skirms are getting attacked by light cav here. Arb now, but there's so many Trebs. The siege is very strong. Bunch of stables being dropped now and preparing for that light cav or cavalier. Probably preparing for that cavalier switch. Or should I say paladin switch? No, it's going to be light cav. Probably maybe winged hussar. Maybe it will be winged hussar. Matthew's got a lot of stone. He could drop a forward castle if he wants to. Position looks good. Pushing, holding. The Trebs are working away on the fortified gate. Bombard cannons will help that out as well. Now there's so much skirm. He's just going to go light cav and skirm. And if the skirm don't go in 1 by 1, they do counter the army here. It's going to be light cav here, getting all the upgrades. Double forward castle to protect the middle, to get him on gold. Remember, doesn't have any relics. Chipmunk saying you deserve to lose if you don't play Upsong Towers with Fire Lancers. Light Cav's going to come in now, the first ones, and these raids are going to be devastating. We're getting the upgrades in. That's Iron Casting there and Husbandry. And the Bombard Cannons waltz in. If they get an eye on the flag... They never saw the flag. They last saw the flag in Feudal Age. I mean, at this point, I think you just... Oh, no, King's running. So Blue is awake to it. King is running out into a very scary location. At this point, I feel like I'd drop him... I'd drop a tower and drop him here. Because just putting him in a castle scares me so much. But the whole of this base is going to go down. Two of the relics are here as well. This is a problem. I think everything drops here. Blue's going to have to run and run hard. Position looks great for Matthew. The armor is coming in. They're a light cav just raiding. He can't get through on this side, but Oh, he's going for a counterattack. Okay, is this a play to try and get out the king somehow? Castle's going to protect a lot of space. Would have loved if he got it there, but maybe it's just a bit slow on it. Can probably drop one here now, straight after this. He's pushing. Wonder how much he's going to have to retreat. Can't get through here. I think it is absolutely worth playing until you go for that king. You have to have a go for the king. If you don't try and snipe the king, I think you're not doing yourself justice. You have to at least try to sneak around. I mean, if Matthew's not paying attention here, let's be real. Well, it's actually blue that's not paying attention here. Okay, well, I was going to say, those 3 bombard cannons, if they did walk around, they could actually jump here. They could get Arb underneath it, and that would be a game. That is a... Come on. Castle where the opponent's TC started. Disrespect. Those are Vils. That is not the king. Forward production now. So... Blue is just all in on whatever he's got. Whatever he's got here, this is it. It is Arb, and it is hopefully Bombard Cannon that can help out and can just waltz forward. And if they just go around, they could maybe do it quicker, because Matthew's kind of ignoring. He's got a few skirm, but he's kind of ignoring this area. The army is here. The winged hussar are out. The Vils are going to drop. There's some hussar here as well. But if blue pushes, he's got a window. He's lost the Vils. But this army, with this many bombard cannons, if he's not paying attention, there is... No, king is moving now. Okay, this is... That's probably game, to be honest. This king moving is probably game over. He's got water, so he can just hide him here. He can even put him in a transport if he wants to. That's just an extra pop. But that is the safest spot for that king right now. You've got so much vision over everything else. You have got the access here that blue's just got no access to the water. So that is extremely safe. Raids can come in, but he's never killing the king. Never killing the king. So Matthew will eventually wear this down now. Has the Vils... I mean, there are raids. Are both... Oh, jeez. This is more... These are so many dead Vils here as well. That castle's gone down to 5 bombard cannons. Raids in the back. Winged hussar. Now taking in to Cavalier. It's 3 relics v 0, but I... would hope a... He doesn't have the wood. Doesn't have the wood for a monastery. Skirm Treb. And now the push continues. Ah, don't run the... That's the starting castle. Come on. We can't be running them under the starting castle. So much clicking happening. The other one I can allow... It only just went up. We don't want to be running them under the starting castle, though. Open the gate and run. And run in. Like, okay. What is actually stopping the king here? What is defending the king if he just broke the gate and walked in? Far out. This is closer than I thought. Blue's going to run out of res here, but there's only 2 trebs, and it's on a hill. And it's had hoardings come in. Or masonry. It's actually had architecture come in as well. It's had masonry and architecture come in. King's in this one on another hill. Gotta keep pushing. Yeah, now there's Paladin. Oh, sorry, Cavalier. Paladin's about to be in. Paladin's gonna be scary. Forward army should go down to Paladin, right? 7 pierce armor on these bad boys. Arbs will do 10 damage, so 3 damage a hit. Well, that's going to take 60 Arb hits. There's 50 cents. So they're almost one-shot, actually. Believe it or not, these guys almost one-shot Paladin. There's that many of them. And the GG has been called. Blue was down to 36 villagers. So Matthew gets the win in game number 3. That should mean game number 4 will be splash random. GG has been called. Bang on the 48-minute mark. Well played to both players there. Good stuff. Good, fun game indeed. Ebbed and flowed a little bit. Different strategies, which we enjoy. Military numbers. Blue had a nice military advantage during that push, but eventually the Paladin was in and too strong. Res collected, actually quite similar, and I feel like Blue had the edge early, and it did, up until the 40-minute mark, when the raids really started coming in. And after that, tech there, society there, and you can see the speeds they play at. Matthew is a faster player between the two. Blue's in the 30s. Says a lot about the macro, I think. When you're playing at this level at that APM, I think that says a lot about how good Blue's macro is. Gets so many things right. So many things right. Let's have a look at what we have got lined up. What have we got here? Blue is the Saracens. Matthew's the Berbers. All right. It's game number 4 between Blue and Matthew. We're on splash random. They're starting with the militia-wielding Genitor. We have got a militia Genitor again. We're going to get to see those guys have a whole bunch of fun. We've got 2 islands by the looks of it. I've got an outpost, a couple of farms, but otherwise pretty standard stuff. There are crossings. So it's a crossing to a neutral island. And a crossing to a neutral island. But that is it. It feels like we've seen something like this before. There's 2 relics on each for each player. There's actually a 3rd one there. Have I missed the 3rd one here? Oh, there is. There's 3 relics for each player. And then there's also a fair bit of hunt around. And at the top, we have got ports. We have got ports in the corners, so tradable if required, and plenty of water to deal with. Let's see how they play this one out. We'll speed through the early parts. I imagine the plan is just going to be walk around, scout, dock. You can see the early scouting from Matthew there, and Blues will be pretty similar. Just walking around the base, seeing what he sees. So there's 3 relics each. Genitor's actually going to push deer, which I like. I think there were boars. There looks like there is a boar out there. I lost the deer. That's unfortunate. There's a dock. And that will go down. Easy fishing chips. It is a very funny looking Genitor. So we actually had this earlier in the tournament. And we were told that apparently it's the original Genitor or something. Someone may have to, correct exactly what the go is. Looks like a militia. It's got 3 range. And throws a skirm like a Genitor, but the animation is that of a militia, which is very funny. And the noise is that of a militia, which is even funnier. I think it was I think it was a Div 3 game that had it, I want to say. More deer being pushed in. Good stuff. It's going to be a fast castle from Blue. 24 vils. And for Matthew, it's going to be fast feudal, so he will want to get some value here. Fast castle on these kind of splash random maps are common. Once you recognize that you're on a different island, there's been a fair bit of Div 2 that's gone FC. Matthew's going to go galleys, though, and he's going to try and pressure the back. I mean, he's got the food already, so the fast castle was very, very easy to manufacture. Gave up on the second dock because he needed the wood, so he's going to be able to go market blacksmith pretty close up here. There's a market. And blacksmith is here, so 2 vils. And now it's coming in with second dock, but is going to get pushed back at the same time. In come the galleys. They're on patrol. Have to abandon the dock. But on the way up to Castle Age now. Galleys everywhere. There is a crossing, remember, but I'd be surprised if it gets used for demos. Genitor also avoids bears. Lucky man. Probably want to see some army. Yeah, okay, we're going to go with galleys for now. Matthew's going to be up pretty soon as well. And Doc's at the front. Doc's at the front too, so not just docking the back. Now remember, this is standard win con. So you don't have to defeat your opponent. If you want to go grab relics, you can grab relics. If you want to win by wonder, you can try and win by wonder. This is going to grab War Galley, but then the galleys are going to come out of the front docks. They are. And let's see what's at play. Outpost coming down. No second town centre yet. More docks for now. Houses at the back, as Matthew's a bit housed. Fire ship is being prepped, as Blue is also housed. Down come the docks. Down goes a ship there. Either player scouted the corners yet. Not there. And not there either. So neither player knows about the ports. It's unlikely that you see them used. But I'd just like to know if they existed. That's all. Just gives me that option. Just to think about. Just being like, oh, if gold ends up as a problem. And as usual, as soon as you end up on a map with ports, the map generation also throws in all the gold in the world. So you never need to trade. You got just gold everywhere. There's gold here. There's shit tons of tiles here and here as well. So good counterattack now. This is nice. The front docks have paid off as the fishing ships should go down. With so much space for each player, they will each be able to redock around the place so quickly. And it's 1 TC still for both. The speed on Bodkin, ballistics will be important. I wonder if they decide on Imp. They decide on castles potentially. Need to keep fighting here as well. Advantage Blue in that fight. And advantage Matthew in this fight. Fire ship coming up from the dock at the back. Still see the fights. Now the Saracens get faster firing galleys. And the Berbers get faster moving ships. So if the Berbers don't want to take a fight, they don't have to. They can run. And whilst fighting, the Saracens are better. So it's very interesting. Essentially, the Berber player would never want to take a fight unless they've got really good numbers. You wouldn't really take a 1-for-1. You wouldn't really fight in equal numbers against the Saracens here. You need to have more numbers. Still on 1 TC for both players. Wonder who will add TC number 2 first. Still, both players actually getting housed a fair bit here. They're making a lot of ships. That's a lot of galleys. That is a lot of galleys. And the same way that the Berbers can run away from a fight they choose, they can also run into a fight of their choosing. So you can see the difference. 0.14 difference. There's a uni prepping for ballistics. There is a uni here as well. Affordable. There he is. Matthew was waiting for the wood. In it comes. So good timing on ballistics. Matthew will have a small advantage there. Blue any second now. We'll have that in queue. I'm just going to go more ships for now. Two Genitors still alive. So this is a big advantage for Matthew. Matthew's got amazing ship numbers here. Couple of demos in queue. I like it. Once the... If these ships get a little bit too ambitious, this demo will do some serious work. If... Nah, Matthew's awake to it. Matthew's not going to allow this to happen. Huge ship numbers here. Plus ballistic advantage. Blue's going to try really hard. There's a demo. Didn't do as much as it would have liked. Probably needs to eject these 4 galleys as well. Get them in the fight. Matthew still being very patient. More docks. Still only 1 town center for each player. More docks. Demos in queue. Matthew's being cautious. And there was a demo getting a few bits of damage, but down goes a dock. It feels like Blue's building a dock as soon as one goes down. Ballistics coming in now. Needs to add more of those ships. And yeah, he could get pincered. You'd think that if he did go fires on this side, it is a very scary place to be. But, again, looks like Matthew's going to take another dock down and Blue's going to build another dock to the side, and both players still 1 town center. I think Blue's realized now he may want to go castle on the shoreline. There is a 0% chance that I would only have 1 TC at this point. Just because I'd be... I'd just give this up. Blue's eco's better. Yeah, no, it is. It is. He's been... Well, actually, I don't even have an answer here. What have we got upgrades-wise? There's actually the same amount of upgrades. Bowsaw is going to be an advantage for Matthew. Matthew could be braver knowing he can run away. Yeah, probably. Now they're going to fight. Looks like they're going to fight this. Blue's down in numbers heavily, but has got Saracens, right? So he's going to trade really well. As you can see, has actually done pretty well earlier here because of the faster firing Saracens. And now's the time to run. And he actually runs at a really good point. They kind of got equal trades there. It's hard to tell numbers in galley fights. It is sometimes. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Very hard to tell sometimes. I can tell. But I'm lucky. We're lucky here. I can just highlight everything and be like, yeah, double the numbers. Still, one town center for both players. I feel like there's enough space inland to not need to be on water all the time. And you can just castle somewhere, castle a shoreline. It'll give you some space. But Blue's hanging around, right? Blue's hanging around. Yeah, if you knew you had an advantage, fair enough. But also remember, Saracens will fire quicker. And it feels like now, again, the numbers look pretty good. Both players just able to add 4 dock galleys pretty much the entire time. Matthew's on 5. So the numbers advantage is just getting better and better as long as the docks are producing. But 51 vils to 54, exactly the same amount of idle time. Neither player wanting to add a second TC. Both too scared of losing too many numbers. And they both walk away. Things quieten down for the moment. Oh, careening. Oh, that's a game changer. Good thinking. Good stuff. Bit of careening. They've been playing in Castle Age for how long now? About 16 minutes. First careening comes in. And now it alerts the other player to go get careening, which is brilliant. And the numbers, very good. Yeah, again, it's one of those things. You just don't know what the number situation is. And it's nice for Matthew. Is this demo going to get anything? Not really. Food was a bit of a problem. Yeah, just unable. If you're going to keep making the ships, it makes it so hard to then want to add another TC, because you can only really make what matters. And yeah, the careening as well costs food. So weird that you need food for the dock upgrades. I'm actually glad that's going to change. Monastery. Monk will grab a couple of relics, which I like. And Blue's actually leveled the numbers up for a moment here. 25 to 30. And fighting away we are. Blue's got a bit of a crowd back here though. So this fight, he's outnumbered. Saracens don't get an eco bonus. And I mean the Berbers do, right? They get 10% faster moving villages. So that should be good on the farmers and on the long distance woodcutters. At least these guys are doing it 10% faster than an average civ. And we hit a little bit of a stalemate, but hey, how's the Imprez? Saracens can use that market really effectively. And I think Blue's going to try and spend 1,800 resources to go Imp. And try and get that timing advantage. Matthew's not close, but he's going to have a whole host of Navy. If you spend 1,800 res to go Imp, then you need to hold here. He's actually going to send a bunch for a counter-attack. That's a lot going out this way. Did they see the ports? They've still not seen the ports at all. Neither player. This is going to be a hard one to survive. This is going to be a very hard one. That is a lot of ships that have gone forward. 18 ships have gone forward here. War galleys are being produced. I guess they're going to cut out reinforcements, but this fight, this is a serious fight and massively outnumbers. Double the numbers here for Matthew. Double the numbers. Getting some more eco upgrades as well. Couple of demos. So this is where can kind of just sit and take out docks and take out the reinforcements. Again, we're hiding under here, but it feels like the longer that this goes without Matthew diving, fully diving, the better it is. The better it becomes for Blue, who will have him. That demo is going to come out. It's a bit slow. There's 18 ships around this side, but because they're split up, it's going to be hard. Maybe he needs to buy some more wood to get more of these ships out. There's so many ships here. But now the reinforcements are all going to go down. And is Matthew going to be able to get him? He's never getting him. He's not getting him anytime soon. Blue's not making, or Blue should be about to queue some vills. And here we go. Galleon, Bracer. Chemistry should be next. Chemistry immediately would be amazing. Chemistry. So all 3 techs being loaded. So now Blue's just got to survive another minute and a half. Well, not even half a minute. Don't fight these now. Wait it out. Wait it out if you can. Wait it out as long as you can. Redocking at the back is good. Don't even need to send these guys back. Leave them here. They will now win all those fights and let these guys slowly walk around to these docks here where you get more production out. And as more production comes out on this side, he will be able to fight back with extra range, extra attack. We'll actually try and compare a 1-for-1 here. So you can see it is +2 at the moment and +3 very soon. It's an extra 30 HP and it's an extra 2 range. Big difference when you've got all the upgrades versus none of the upgrades. Oh no, not patrolling. Not patrolling. 3 hits. And now I see Blue going heavy on stone to try and get a castle. And I think eventually Blue realizes that he's going to get this. I think he's going to get this. There's so many ships. Now it's about what comes next. What comes next? What would be absolutely crazy now is just a couple of knights. And there's the second town center. There is the second town center. It's going to go up, but the numbers are not there at the moment. Where's the big mass? The big mass is here. No, Matthew, he did mine. He did mine to click up. Naturally, he needed to be on ships pretty quickly, so. Ended up mining. Oh, there's 2. Oh, really, guys? That's kind of funny that they went to 2 different vills as well. Demo's loading. Galleons now. Matthew's got a vill lead. Matthew's got an army lead. Blue has got an age lead. And did a whole bunch of stone just got sold there because he's not actually on gold. Heavy demos being prepped. I think Blue will refuse to play without a heavy demo sieve. I mean, now, I mean, these numbers. Actually, it's 47. That's wild that it's that much difference. There's that many ships in there. But I still think the Saracen ships are going to win this. Blue's, Matthew's out here now. Blue's desperate for a demo. And he's not done too bad with the heavy demos there. He's actually leveled them up. Hang on a moment. How many did those... Did those take out more than I actually thought? I feel like those may have taken out more than I thought. More than I first gave credit for. There's 3 demos there. 3 heavy demos. First one's done nothing. 7 kills in the end. Okay, so not too bad, but the fights have leveled up, and now you can see the score is so much different, and the game gets called. It goes 2-2, so we're going to get Aqua Arena final match. Hopefully they didn't play a super long Aqua Arena. It's getting towards bedtime. So, GG. Blue has done it. You're baffled how you lost at the time. I mean, I assume you can see it now, watching it back, but probably just didn't dive earlier, right? Saracen faster firing, Saracen market. Yeah, they were able to get the job done. And maybe some of the wood lines were a little bit awkward at times, but there were points where it looked like you could have dived, but as you said, it's so hard to know in the game what can you dive on and what can't you dive on. So yeah, that's the game. That means we go to a game 5. All right, game number 5. It is Blue versus Matthew. This is it. Winner takes all and advances to the semi-finals. Blue's playing as the Chinese in the northwest. Matthew's playing as the Portuguese in the southeast. Chinese start with the extra vills, but that also means they are housed. Oh, sorry, not that they're housed. They start with no food, which means you can't actually make a villager straight away. So, oh no, Ville's got to go on the... Yep, they got there. They're back on the Mouflon. So, nearly there. And there you go. 30 seconds idle time. There shouldn't be any more in Dark Age now, which is quite nice. Push in the deer now. Oh, the deer here are so frustrating. Because what they're doing is they're getting pushed to the corner by this boar. Yeah, so he's going to bring the boar in first. And that's good. Those will reset a little bit more infield now. And he'll be okay. So you can see that there is a 1 vill advantage-ish, 1.5 vill advantage for the Chinese here. Becomes 2.5 when Loom comes in for Matthew, which probably doesn't early. You are safe behind the walls. It's unlikely you see Loom early. 6 on food, going to woods. Chinese player can now go to the wood as well. Drop a lumber camp. Can probably take a bunch off food here as well. Maybe once the boar is a bit closer to being finished, you can go back to having 5. Well, get 5 to wood quickly, or 6 to wood. Even 6 to wood. Pretty quickly. And yep, off they go. Actually, 7 to wood. This is probably going to be a fast castle from the Chinese. And we'll see what Matthew goes with here. I'm going to... Oh, okay, she's right. She started moving again. Thought she was selling out her team there. House into dock. I think Matthew's going to go fast feudal. I don't know if Blue's going to do the Chinese fast imp. That'd be rogue. And I think the fast feudal will counter a fast imp. Could get a little bit scary if you're trying to go up to imp and your opponent is your opponent's in Feudal Age making ships. But if you get to Imp, Chinese get access to the Dragon ship, which is just a better version of a fast fire. More HP, more range. And it's a really tough... If Blue gets those ships out, Matthew's going to struggle really hard. In a 2v2, yes, Ace and TDI, that's right. In a 1v1, it's mega risky to just do a naked fast imp. I have seen it work, TDI, and I have seen it stopped with my own eyes because I was playing against it. I don't hate it. I don't know. I think we may be about to find out for all we know. At the very least, it needs to be a fast castle. I mean, TDI, you're not even convinced that this map is a fast castle map, so... I don't think you can be convinced that the fast imp is going to work in this 1v1. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll speed it up a little bit. Matthew's definitely going Feudal Age, and Blue, if he's not clicking up here, which he doesn't look like he is, I think this may be what we're talking about. We're going to have... quite possibly a fast feudal versus a fast imp, and we get to see which one plays out better. Both players have, definitely don't spoil the result because we are watching Rex. I know Matthew's in the chat, and he's not going to spoil things, only telling us his point of view. So Blue goes up 26 vils, which is a tad on the quick side by timing standards, but we'll see if it gets it to work. We saw Noz earlier go 26 normal vils with Bengalis, and they get the +2 and +2, and he was short for Imp, and he had to stay Castle Age for a bit longer. So, here we go. The galleys are out. The galleys have got a little bit of space to do some work. There is... Castle Age. And he's forgotten the mill. He has to rush down a mill. And then he'll be able to go... We'll go try a market straight after. He's going to have to make an extra villager compared to what was planned here. So now what? Question is, now what happens with the fast imp? Your opponent can walk straight in and just take out all these fish. Forgetting the mill is an absolute classic. All the fish can just go down. Castle Age is on the way. If this is meant to be imp, I'm not yet convinced. Another lumber camp. Oysters. Gold. Nothing on food. So this is a fast castle. I think this is just a slow... fast castle that's come up a bit too slowly. He's only going to have a 1 minute timing advantage. There is no imp here. Yeah, he's making fire ships. Yeah, there is no imp happening here. And that is why I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by the fast imp in a 1v1. You can't be doing it quicker. There's no way you're doing it quicker than this. And once the fish go down, it gets very hard to play. But he's still in a good spot because he's going to have the upgrades and he's going to be able to chase back. He's going to be able to chase back the galleys. They do have faster moving fires. So a galley and a fire will have pretty much the same speed. And now he's going to be able to play fires, play demos. Chinese also get heavy demo, which Blue is a big fan of. Still got 5 fishing ships, so he's able to play like that. He's actually going to go dock the side as well, which I don't mind. He's going to have to be careful about these wolves, though. And now the fires, the Chinese fires, can do some work. And the galleys are going to get stuck here. They're going to get pincered. And as we said, Chinese fires move fast enough. Blue is committing now. Most of the galleys will go down. And there's a demo. Does a little bit of work. Nothing major. But 33 Vils to 33. One thing you do see sometimes here is people even abandoning Vil production. This is not Water Nomad. You cannot abandon Vil production here. Not unless you're deliberately saving for Imp. You still need to work towards 80, 90 Vils. Or else you will just get... your opponent can hold. Opponents will be able to hold and push you back. You can't take out the eco. So if they can add eco, it will eventually overrun you. As long as I don't run out of gold. There's enough to go around here, but if you run out at home... Oh, this poor Vil. This poor Vil. She's about to get done by these wolves. She just doesn't know it yet. So now, careening would be good. Careening would be good. We're into the 6th. We're into the 5th game here, so 6th week, 5th game. Very tired. It happens. Careening would be very good. And early trade cog. How about that? Hey, early trade cog. Now, I'm fairly sure Blue has removed the trade cog hotkey, so this is a deliberate click. It's a deliberate click to get more gold and get more eco. And you can just make fires and just hold, right? Just hold the space and make trade cogs and trade, and it's nice, right? And yeah, that Vil... Oh, she survives! Wait, does she survive? Yes! The galleys come to the help. Actually, switching into some war galleys too. Bodkin now. Yep, looks like it's going to be a switch into galleys. Jumping off the fires for the time being. Maybe because he's losing too much of the fight. And yeah, get to see how this one plays out. Blue's in a very nice spot. He's got 4 trade cogs, so he's got a little bit of extra eco. Matthew's position on water looks okay. The fires are just trying to hold ballistics now. Chinese position looks kind of nice. What's happening here? There's a uni here and the trade cogs. Uh-oh. No, he's got to come back. He's got to force his way back here. And careening. There it is. And careening on the other side. I like it. As soon as one player gets it, it reminds the other got to do the same. Blue's in a great position eco-wise. 2 extra Vils, 2 extra fishing ships, and 4 trade cogs. Ballistics as well. So adding more war galleys now. And they both go back and hide. Now remember, the Portuguese get their ships for cheaper. And again, we're just fighting, working it out. Not sure which way to go. Ballistics. Blue's going to engage. Very heavily outnumbered here. It's 13 to 30. So definitely pulls back there. 37 on wood. Still hardly able to produce out of all the docks. Dock numbers, there's 3 there and there's 4 here. So it's producing out of 7 docks. The problem with the transition is that your opponent never runs away, right? Your opponent, well, as he runs away, of course. But when you have numbers and it's galley v galley, the person with the numbers isn't going to just backtrack, but with fires, they have to cede some of the map control because they need to micro backwards. And even if you end up losing the fight, at least you're buying time. And this is where you need to be playing fires, especially the Chinese fires. Chinese have got great fires. They can keep up. Chinese fires keep up with, and Matthew's just going to overrun. He's got more numbers. Blue's making numbers, but a lot of them are just walking into problems. Trade cogs are tanking some damage, but Matthew's just got the numbers. And the galleons are not going to do the job. 39, there's only 9 on gold now. There are people idle somewhere. Lumber camps have been refreshed at least. But there is a big problem now. It's full galleys. Matthew's galley position is just better. It's just better. The fires were working. The fires looked like they were working to me. Because your win con is just waiting for dragon ships. And whilst the other player is not pushing, it's all good. But now that dock goes down. Is he going to try for imp here? Nah, you can't. It's too far. You lose so much if you try to go imp here. And now it's just completely overrun. And I think Matthew's going to take this game. Eventually, well, again, I think if the Chinese player gets to imp in any fashion, this game is back on. I just don't... Blue needs another building. And if Blue can get to imp... If Blue can get to imp... Castle fires never win, but castle fires don't often have the same speed as galleys. Chinese castle fires do. Chinese castle fires would not have these galleys taking out docks, would not have these galleys on the base. Chinese fires would be... If they're losing here. They're not losing here. I love the counterattack. Again, counterattack's probably the best way. See if you can just pull the army back. You got to find a way to pull the army back. And there's imp. There's imp. So, can Blue make it to imp? If Blue gets to imp here, and again, same position as the last game. Matthew's not going to click imp anytime soon. It just has an insane mass of galleys. Nah, castle demos aren't going to do anything. No. You're going to get some value out of fires. Demos won't get close. Demos will never land. Now... Yeah. I think the dragon ship upgrade is required here. And you can see the Vils. Vils have actually stopped for both players here. These docks are getting attacked. Blue's going to make it. Oh, is he going to make... Is he even going to make it to imp? Numbers are dwindling. It's 56 to 10. Castle, imp won't get denied, but all the docks will get denied. There's still a Vil here who could maybe do some redocking, but that is a Portuguese navy that is super hard to stop now. Imp is here. And yeah, redock the sides. You've got to try now. If you no, yeah, you can't. You gotta go fires. I think it has to be dragons. You're just never gonna have the numbers here. You're never going to have the numbers. But if the galleys are split up so much that whilst they're split up, I think you've got to... Dragons are your win... There we go, dragons. He's cancelled. He's gone dragons. That's the way. Dragons are the way to get back in this. I think this is not completely done. Although, and Matthews again, he's not going to get in. He's got nothing on food. He's called the GG. He hasn't actually gone for it. Not even going to see it. Matthew gets the win. 3-2. And will advance to the semi-finals of Division number 2. Well done. Well played. Some great maps there. And some great plays, some great strategies. We saw, yes, some very good stuff. Golden Swamp, very good game. That felt like so long ago now. Copenhagen was pretty good as well. And Aquarina at the end did the job. The Fast Feudal was good enough to get the job done. 109 ships. And that's it. Just pure war galley.